Welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis. And it's about the middle of August, and it's time to start thinking about the winter garden. Not the fall garden, the winter garden. This is the garden that you plant now and you harvest throughout the winter. Doesn't matter whether it's indoors or outdoors, because these are cold, hardy weather plants. You may have to throw a frost cover over them if they're outside, or make a little hoop house for them, or something like that to protect them through the worst part of the winter. But the go is to have them to grow to early maturity before November, because between November and January, the amount of light that you get through the day is not enough to sustain the plants to grow more. You can harvest, but it will be a slow harvest, just enough to keep you going. So plant enough plants, where you would plant one plant maybe before and get a salad from. You may have to plant 3 to get the same amount, because they are going to grow slower. But they will grow throughout the winter. They go into a semi-hibernation period where they really don't grow that much. Now also remember that before the first frost, you want to move any of your tender plants that are in pots. You'll either want to move them into the house or into a heated greenhouse, or protect them, if it's an unheated greenhouse, protect them with bubble wrap or something type of material around them to protect them. So what kind of plants are we talking about? We're talking about beets, bush beans, broccoli, carrots, lettuce, mustards, radishes, peas, and Swiss chard, your broad beans, your cabbages, your cauliflower, chives, collards, the garlic, kale, rocket, spinach, and turnips can all be planted during this time period. Like I said, you don't want to plant much after September, because they won't have enough time to reach that semi-mature state that they need to be in before the days shorten to the point where they can't produce enough light for the plant to grow at a normal rate. If you plant the broad beans, you can probably start, if you plant them in August, you can probably start harvesting them around December. Your cabbages will also be harvested around December. And you can do these both by sowing the seeds into the ground. Cauliflower, you can still sow the seeds. You'll be harvesting those in January. Chives, you would need to use transplants and harvest them around October. The collards, you can sow the seeds and you'll harvest those in November. Your garlic, you will plant the cloves and you will not harvest those until next July. Kale, you can sow the seeds. They'll be ready by November. Rocket, sow the seeds, have them in October. Rutabagas can sow the seeds and you'll get those in December. Spinach and turnips, you can plant the seeds and you should have those in October. You need to check your seed packet and it will tell you how many days to maturity, and that'll give you an idea when you can start looking for the plant to be edible. Now a lot of those are going to be a little bit longer. Remember I told you the days get shorter, and when the days get shorter it adds on to the amount of time that it takes for the plant to reach maturity. But usually it's pretty right on until it gets to November, and then that's when things really start slowing down. So I hope you are thinking about trying to garden this winter. It doesn't take much. My first year of gardening year-round, I had nothing but a raised bed, and I threw shower doors. We had some old shower doors from where we placed them in the apartment, and I used the old shower doors, put those over the raised beds, and had lettuce and carrots all winter long. That was my first introduction to winter gardening. And since then, I've moved into the greenhouse and do most of my winter gardening there. But you don't have to go to a big expense to start. A little hot frame, cold frame works just fine for starting to test out, see if you like it. Some people are through with gardening in the spring. You know, that the bugs bit, they're done. And some of us, the bug bit harder, and we are year-round gardeners, or at least we try to be. So I hope this has been helpful. Remember, dream big, follow that dream, and I'll see you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, and bye everybody.